Part 4. Stock level control. A company would generally have to control their stock level for the purpose of not overstaking their stock or not tying their fund to slow-moving stock, or to make sure the stock level is just right for the production. These are the terms related to the stock level. Number 1 is lead time. Number 2, reorder level. Number 3, reorder quantity. Number 4, minimum stock level. Number 5, maximum stock level. And number 6, average stock level. What is lead time? It is the time taken for the stock to reach the store or factory. That is the time between placing an order and the actual delivery. For instance, it takes 1 to 2 weeks for a batch of product ABC to reach the company. Next is reorder level. It is the level where new stock need to be replenished. The formula to calculate ROL is equal to maximum usage times maximum lead time. Another one is reorder quantity. It refers to the size or quantity that need to be ordered. Another one is minimum stock level. It is the minimum stock level that must be available in the store at one point of time. The formula to calculate the minimum stock level is equal to ROL minus in bracket average usage time average lead time. Next is maximum stock level. It refers to the maximum quantity that can be placed in the store. This would avoid overstocking stock, thus reducing the handling cost. The formula to calculate maximum stock level is ROL minus in bracket minimum usage time minimum lead time, and then you need to plus with the amount of ROQ. But when the ROQ is not provided, you need to calculate the EOQ. Before we go into detail about EOQ, let's look at the formula for average stock level. The formula is average stock level equal to minimum stock level plus half of ROQ. Graphically, the relationship between stock level can be summarized as follows. This is the maximum stock level, and this one is the reorder level, and the last one is the minimum stock level. And we look at the example on how to calculate reorder level, maximum stock level, and minimum stock level by using the Malay House of Silk. So this company is a well-known distributor of imported textile in Malaysia. One of the popular imported textile is soft silk fabric. The average demand for the product is estimated at 45,000 roll per month and increased to 48,000 roll during festive season. And the component of soft silk fabric consists of 70% silkworm and 30% thread. The fabric is imported from China and the average consumption is 1,400 roll per day. The minimum and maximum consumption of silk is 1,200 and 1,600 roll per day. At the end of the week, the stock level is being reviewed, and if the reorder level is reached, an order will be replaced the next day. Shipment from China is expected to be between 3 to 5 weeks from the ordering date. And the reorder quantity is given at 20,000 roll. Now, First, you need to calculate the reorder level by using the formula of maximum usage time with maximum lead time. So, from the information, the maximum consumption of sale is equal to 1000 roll per day. And the maximum lead time is equal to 5 weeks. So, now we can calculate the ROL. You just need to times the maximum usage of 1600 roll with the maximum lead time, which is equal to 5 weeks. So 1600 roll multiply with 5 weeks equal to 8000 roll. Next, to calculate the maximum stock level, the formula that you can use is ROL minus in bracket minimum usage time minimum lead time plus ROQ. So from the answer in A, we know that the reorder level is at 8000 roll. And the information for minimum usage can be found in the question. The minimum consumption is equal to 1200 roll per day. And the minimum lead time also in the question stated that the minimum lead time is equal to 3 weeks. And the ROQ is also given at 20,000 roll. The answer for maximum stock level is ROL 8000 minus in bracket 1200 roll time minimum lead time 3 weeks in bracket, and then you plus with the 20,000 roll. Therefore, the answer for maximum stock usage is equal to 24,400 roll. Next, we go to the next question. The last question is a minimum stock level. The formula is ROL minus in bracket average usage times the average lead time. In order to get the average usage, you need to add up the minimum usage with the maximum usage and then divide them by 2. And to calculate the average lead time, the formula is quite the same, but this time you need to plus the minimum lead time with the maximum lead time, divide them by 2. Okay, then you will get your average lead time. So for this minimum stock level, the ROL is given. Okay, when you calculate the reorder level in question A, the answer is 8000. And then the average usage, the formula is a minimum stock level. So the minimum stock level is 1200 plus with maximum stock level, which is at 1600 roll. And then you divide them by 2 to get the average. Yeah. And then for average lead time, 3 is the minimum lead time, 5 is the maximum lead time. You plus together 3 and 5, and then you divide by 2. So the answer for minimum stock level is equal to 2400 roll. Next, we go to the EOQ. Okay, if let's say the amount of ROQ is not given, you need to calculate the amount of EOQ. Okay, so what is EOQ? EOQ refer to the ideal order size or quantity of stock to be ordered by a company that will eventually minimize its total cost, which consists of holding cost and ordering cost. These are the 4 assumptions of EOQ. Number 1, demand for the product is constant. Number 2, holding and ordering costs are constant. Number 3, unit price is also constant. And number 4, order of stock can be replenished immediately. Let's look into the meaning of holding cost. So this cost or holding cost are costs associated with having and handling the stock in the store. For example, storage charges if we have to rent the store or we have to keep our inventory. Number two, next example is insurance and security. Next example is also interest on fund borrowed to finance or to purchase the new stock. And another example is cost of obsolescence stocks. And cost related to ordering is known as ordering costs. These are costs associated with securing the goods to the store. From time to time, a company may have to make an order until the goods reach the store. For instance, administration expenses like faxing order, phone call, and also dispatch. And then we have another example of transportation charges. And also paying wages to workers who may have to bring down the goods from the transportation vehicle. Next, we go to the formula of calculating the EOQ. So the formula is 2DO divide with H square root, where D is the demand, O is the ordering cost per order, and H is the holding cost per unit. Let's look at the application of the EOQ formula for the same example discussed earlier. So we used another example, yeah. Now we have annual usage of 1,000 unit, and then the ordering cost is 20 ringgit per order, and the holding cost is equal to 10% of the cost on stock or inventory per unit. And then so we calculate the next is cost of cost of stock per unit is equal to 10 ringgit. So from the cost of stock per unit, you can calculate the holding cost lah, which is at 10% of 10 ringgit per order. Okay, now we need to calculate the amount of EOQ by using this formula, yeah. The formula for EOQ again, 2DO divide with H square root. So for D, D is the demand or the usage. The annual usage in this question is given at 1,000 ringgit. Okay, and then we have O, or O means ordering cost per order. Ordering cost per order is also given in the question at 20 ringgit. And then for the holding cost, H is the holding cost per unit. Okay, the holding cost per unit is given at 10% of the cost of inventory per stock or stock per unit. So it means that we have the cost of stock per unit at 10 ringgit. So holding cost is equal to 10% times or multiply with 10 ringgit. Therefore, after you have entered all the value into the formula of EOQ, you will get the answer of square root of 40,000 ringgit, right? 40,000. So square root 40,000 is actually equal to 200 units. So this 200 unit is the economic order quantity. Another method that we can find the amount of EOQ is by using the tabulation method. Using the same example, you need to determine the EOQ using the order size or order quantity of 100, 200, 300, 400, and also 500 unit. So the order quantity, okay, the order quantity is at 100 unit, 200 unit, 300 unit, 400 unit, and also 500 unit. You need to determine how much is the total cost, yeah? How much of the total cost if you order 100 unit of the goods or inventory. And then here is given the total cost of 100 unit is equivalent to 250. If you order 200 unit, your total cost will be 200 ringgit. But if you order 300 unit, your total cost will be at 216.7 ringgit. And if you order at 400 unit, your total cost will be 250 ringgit. And if you order 500 unit, the total cost will be much more higher at 290 ringgit. So how to calculate the total cost? First, you need to determine the average stock, number of order, the holding cost, and also the ordering cost. Okay, the total cost is the formula to calculate the total cost is the holding cost plus ordering cost. So here from this example, the ordering cost or holding cost of the is equal to 50 ringgit, and the ordering cost of purchasing 100 unit is equal to 200 unit. Therefore, the total cost will be holding cost plus ordering cost, which is at 250. 50 plus 200. Whereas if you order 200 unit, the holding cost would be 100 ringgit, and your ordering cost also at 100 ringgit. So 100 plus holding cost 100 ringgit plus ordering cost 100 ringgit. Total cost is 100 plus 100 equal to 200 ringgit. And if you order 300 unit, the holding cost is 150 ringgit, whereas for the ordering cost is equal to 66.7 ringgit. So the total cost is equal to 150 plus 66.7, and the total cost will be 260 ringgit 70 cent. And if you order 400 unit, the total cost will be 200, and the ordering cost will be 50 ringgit. The total cost will be 250. And the last one, if you order 500 unit, okay, the holding cost will be 250. Ordering cost is 40 ringgit. So that you total up holding cost with ordering cost, you will get the total cost of 290 ringgit. So from all these, from this unit that you have ordered, we can see that after you calculated the total cost, okay, for 100 ringgit, 100 unit, the total cost will be 250, right? But if you order 200 unit, the total cost will be much more cheaper at 200 ringgit. And if you compare, if you order 300 unit, the cost will be higher. Okay, it will be higher at 216 ringgit 70 cent. But if you order at 400 ringgit, the total cost also will be much more higher. Okay, rather than you order at 200 unit, which you can minimize your total cost at 200 ringgit. So from all the options that we have here, if you order 200 unit, the total cost will be the minimum. This is the lowest total cost. So the amount of EOQ that we need to order is at 200 unit. Okay, because it gives us the minimum total cost. Okay, to calculate the average stock, we use the formula order quantity divide with 2. Okay, for 100 units, the average stock will be 100 divided with 2. You will get 50, right? And then for 200 unit, 100, okay, you will get 100 as the average stock because you divide 200 with 2. And for 300 unit, you divide with 2, you will get 150. 400 unit, you divide with 2, you will get 200. And then the last one, 500 unit, divide with 2 equal to 250. And for the number of order is equal to annual demand divided with order quantity. Annual demand from the question, is equal to order quantity. Order quantity is equal to 100, right? So the annual demand is 1,000. So 1,000 is the annual demand. Divide with the order quantity, 100 ringgit, you will get 10. And then for the next one, the annual demand is also the same at 1,000 unit. And then you divide with the order quantity, which is equal to 200, you will get 5. And after that, for number 3, 300, order quantity, the annual demand is equivalent to 1,000. You divide with order quantity 300. So you will get 3.333. Okay. And then for the next one, 400 unit, the number of order is equal to annual demand, which is at 1,000. You divide it with the order quantity 400, which is the answer is 2.5. And the last one, the annual demand is 1,000 ringgit. Okay, and then the order quantity is 500. And then you divide them, you will get the answer of 2 for the number of order. And for the holding cost, the formula is holding cost per unit. Holding cost per unit is equal to 10% times with 10 ringgit. Okay, because it is a 10% out of cost of inventory or cost of stock per unit. So 10% times with 10 ringgit equal to 1 ringgit. Okay, so the holding cost per unit is 1 ringgit. Time with the average stock. So 1 ringgit time with average stock 50 ringgit. So 1 times 1 multiplied with 50 equal to 50. And then holding cost for average stock 100 ringgit. So 1 ringgit time 100. This one is 1 ringgit time 150. For the fourth one, 1 ringgit times 200, and the last one, 1 ringgit times 250. Therefore, the answer is 250. And for ordering cost, the formula is ordering cost per unit. Ordering cost per unit is 20 ringgit per order. And then you time with the number of order. Okay, so let's see. In this example, ordering cost per unit is again at 20 ringgit, and then you time with the number of order. For this one is 10 ringgit. So 20 time or multiply with 10 equal to 200. And then for ordering cost, the second one, the ordering cost is also, the formula is also the same. Ordering cost per unit at 10 ringgit, 20 ringgit per order. 20 ringgit per order time with the number of order. 20 times 5 equal to 100. And then for the third one, 20 ringgit is the number of is the cost per unit time with the number of order, which is equal to 3.3. And then you will get the answer of 66.7. Okay. Next, the ordering cost is 20 ringgit, sama, same. Okay, 20 ringgit per order. And then you time it with the order quantity at 2.5. So 20 multiply with 2.5 equal to 50. Okay. And the last one, 20 is the cost of ordering per unit time with the number of order 2. So equal to 40 ringgit. So that's the ordering cost for each order size or order quantity, ya. Jadi from this table we can present it by using the graph. And from this graph, it shows you the relationship between the EOQ and also the minimum cost. Okay, the cost that will be minimum, okay, is at 200 ringgit. Okay, from this graph, we can see that the minimum point of the cost is at 200 ringgit. And the point of EOQ is this, at 200 unit. So this is the quantity that will give the company the lowest total cost. Okay, so the lowest total cost is 200 ringgit at the point of EOQ equal to 200 unit. Okay, that's all for part 4. Thank you.